In February of this calendar year, I put out a short video via which I had wondered whether the Ottawa Senators of the NHL or Ottawa Charge of the PWHL would that Northern Hemisphere spring see playoff action. Both teams would go on to see playoff action. The Charge having qualified on the last day of the regular season via an OT win over the Scepters. The Sens would also see playoff action, finishing in the first wildcard spot of the Eastern Conference of the NHL. The Charge would go on to play in the PWHL's Championship Series World Cup final. The Sens would end up bowing out to Leafs in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So how the season's gone for the Ottawa Senators, for the two teams. So go folks first on the Ottawa Senators, and after a 4-2 loss to the NY Rangers, Sens have a 13-10-4-0 win regulation loss, OT loss to $2 record. Keep in mind the NHL, regulation wins, whether they occur in regulation or extra time, count for 2 standard points. Extra time losses, whether in OT or shootouts, count for 1 each. Regulation losses count for none. So, Sens have won all 3 of the shootouts in which they played. But yes, it's important to note that it's been a rather inconsistent effort. And a very interesting tweet from interesting tweet from Greg Dockstatter. He claimed in response to a particular tweet from the Ottawa Senators about most points franchise history, presumably regular season ones, Brady Tkachuk having entered the top 5, 1 ahead of Wade Redden. In terms of Ottawa Senators, top 10, Tkachuk in the top 5, 2-5-0 in the regular season with captain lineup. I crunched the numbers, looked at the ESPN regular season game log for this season. Non-preseason games. And yep, 7 games Sens had played, including their latest against the NY Rangers, and have gone 2-5-0 on wins, regulation, OT, and shootout losses. The Ottawa Charge, after a win last month over the Golden Knights, have this regular season played 4 games, having won 1 in regulation and lost 2 remaining 3. Well, let's see what happens to both of those teams come the Northern Hemisphere spring.